Stop. Stop. Come on, close. Shut up. Get. Come on. What's up, y'all? Haley, what's up? How you doing? Hamilton, what's up? Maureen, what's up? Hopefully everybody doing well. I'm good. I can't complain. Cindy, what's up? So this video, I'm sure a lot of people have, what's up, Don? Mikey, what's up? I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. What's up, Brenda? I'm good. Hopefully everybody else is doing good also. I'm good though. But there's Annie, what's up? There's another video that I want to show you guys too. That it like it made me stop happy. The other video. Iona, what's up? How's everybody doing? So I'll show you that video first. Thank you, Maureen. Everybody, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Christina, what's up? How you doing? I don't know what's up with Gene, man. Hopefully I'm gonna see him. I'm hoping tomorrow. I don't know yet though. You know, hopefully he's all right though. So Steven, Don, Keith, what's up? It trips me out. So I'm gonna show you the other video. Tell him Mikey was asking about him. Will do, brother. Wade, what's up? So it's anybody that has kids, it's a video that we're probably all gonna relate to. Hey man, what's the deal with the marijuana and driving over here if weed is legal here, cops? Yeah, Mikey. So let me touch on that real quick, Mike. So he said, "What's the deal with over here? It's a marijuana is I mean, it's medicinally legal, but you could still get driving while intoxicated. 100% you can. I don't know the specifics. Thank you, Jan, very much, and God bless you also. I don't know the specifics, but I know you got to be careful with it. There's 2 barbers in my shop that got in trouble with that, with driving while they said they were under the influence. Now they're starting to work it out a little bit where you have to test at a certain level. But you figure, let's say if you smoke today, you're going to test positive tomorrow. And you might not even smoke tomorrow. And they might catch you behind the wheel. And maybe you're falling asleep. Maybe you're getting lazy, getting tired, whatever it might be. And then you get jammed up. And for not even driving under the influence. I know people that has happened to. And they lost their license. You know, they lost like their livelihood. Going to work, all that stuff. So You gotta think about that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. What I think it is it's all so brand new that it's hard. You know, they're making up rules as they go right now, I believe. Chuck Rowe, what's up? Exactly, Ronnie. Yeah, so I think it's all so brand new that they don't really know what to do yet. You know what I mean? They don't know yet. They're coming up. Gino, what's up? They're coming up with rules sort of as they go, and people that get caught at the beginning are gonna get screwed. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta take a piss. So give me 2 minutes. I gotta run, take a piss, and I'll be right back. Please and thank you. But I gotta go. I should have been waiting. I mean, I should have went before I hopped on, but I can't hold it now. So I'll be right back. Shit. Sorry about that, y'all. Did it go off? My fault. I don't know why, but the phone shut off. So, um, Sac, yeah, Yolanda. So when I was in Chicago, I went to the dispensary and I purchased as recreational because I had left my wallet back at the hotel. So I purchased under recreational. Tax was 40%. 40%. Um, that's a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, if I would have had my medical card, I wouldn't have got charged the tax. That's what I'm saying. So I had my wallet. I mean, I left my medical card in the um in the hotel. So yeah, 40%. Think about that. You spend $100, that's $40. That's crazy. I don't know how much tax is on alcohol. I'm sure it's not that expensive though, because way too many people use alcohol for it to be that expensive. That's true, Mike. That is true. Yeah, that is true. Let me play this video for y'all real quick. This is gonna make yeah, this is gonna make a all right, so it's this dad that he be embarrassing the shit out of his daughters when they get off the school bus. And then I'll get into the other one. But I had a matter of fact, I'm gonna break it up. I'm gonna do it in the middle because there's two different ones. I had to start off with some positivity, then we'll get into some dumb shit, and then we'll finish off with some more positivity. But it's just a dangerous place out there for those of us that have kids, especially those of us have daughters. Audie, what's up? We got to be super, super, super careful who we have our children around, who we allow them to interact with, especially now with phones and social media. Anybody could reach out to our children. You know, just imagine all the like spam DMs and emails that you get as an adult. Imagine how many your kids get. I'm sure they get them. Ashley, what's up, Ashley? So let me play this for y'all. So look at the dad. Look at the daughter. She's crying. So look at the other one that he does it to. This is cool though. Your kids will be so pissed off, but at least they know you love them, right? Look, the daughter, she don't even want to get close to him. She's like, yo, get inside, Dad. Look at that. And she's out. And look at the dad. So one thing I can guarantee you that bus driver loves pulling up to that house. All right. And probably the other kids on the bus. They probably like, yo, I can't wait to pull up to your house. Your dad gonna be doing some crazy shit. Yeah, they'll never forget that. 100%. Years to come, they're gonna be telling their children about that. They're gonna be like, yo, remember when dad used to do this? Yeah, that's crazy. But it's, he's probably a fun dad. He's probably has fun with his dad. I mean, has with his children, and the children have fun with their dad. And it's one of those things where the kids, they won't realize like how special that is until they have kids of their own. And then they'll be like, oh, that's why my dad used to do that. You know what I mean? Exactly. So I'm gonna the next this is like I said, I wanted to start off with something positive. All right. So this other story is about a father who, I guess he went through his daughter's phone, right? He just sent, and everybody out there that's parents, we know when something's up. So he went through his daughter's phone. It didn't say how old his daughter was, but she's young. So when he went through the phone, he seen some inappropriate messages from a grown man. So the dad started answering the messages as if he was the daughter. So the grown man is essentially messaging somebody. He thinks it's the daughter he's messaging. He's not messaging the daughter. He's messaging the dad. So the dad is, imagine what the dad was thinking and feeling at that time. I couldn't imagine. What's up, Allison? Just in time for this video. So just imagine what that dad was thinking. He's getting messages on his daughter's phone from a grown man, and the grown man is extremely inappropriate with the daughter. So I'll flip y'all around so y'all can see. And I'm sure, no, Dawn. So the dad got his daughter's phone, and started responding to the text as if he was the daughter. And he was messaging this guy that was essentially preying on the daughter. So when you see the video, you'll understand the context. Maybe I'm not doing it no justice by the way I'm explaining it, but you'll see. Yeah, no bullshit, Haley. That's what I thought. But the dad was ready to deliver some justice, some penitentiary justice, if you know what I mean. So here we go. So that's the gentleman. The voice you're going to hear off camera is the father.
You feel me? But you would listen. You've been texting me back and forth. You've been under the impression that you've been texting my daughter. You've been texting me back and forth. Sneak me in the house.
So 1 second. Just let me interrupt real quick. So he said you've been texting the phone under the impression that you were texting my daughter, but it was me. So he's finding this out, and then I'll let it play for y'all.
This, that, and the other one. That's a little ass girl, bro. I know. Wait, I'm talking. You've been texting me. All this old filthy ass. What you want to do with?
Thank you, sweets.
You grabbing on there, motherfucker. You grabbed the ass, right? Did you or did you not?
So you heard that he was telling the daughter. He didn't say how old the daughter was, but he said, yo, that's a little girl. He said that's a little girl. So, you know, she could be 13 years old. She could be 15. She's probably maybe even a little younger, but you figure she has to be old enough to have a phone. So he's telling her, yo, you're texting. That's a little girl. That's a little girl. You're texting her, telling her what are you going to do. And um, Chelsea sent a message. I'll check my DMs as soon as I get off here. All right. So he said, you're telling her what you're going to do to her. And then he said, you grabbed her ass. So he physically put his hands on on his daughter. Think about that. He physically, now it went from verbally to physically putting his hands on the daughter. So you'll see he goes into explaining that a little bit.
Get on your knees.
Let me just rewind it just a little bit so y'all can.
Knees. You run, I'm a. Now, which hand did you touch my daughter's ass with? Put both your hands up there. So, right now, I should shoot you in both your hands. Better yet, I should make you suck my dick on Facebook. You like?
I thought I cut that part out, and I was going to explain it to you. Obviously, I didn't because I chopped it up a little bit just to watch the language because every video I put up like this, YouTube demonetized. So that's why I said he was ready to deliver some penitentiary justice. You seen what he told the guy. He said, yo, get on your knees. The guy obliged right away. So you can see what type of guy he is, right? He just happened to run into the wrong person. You know, he happened to run into the wrong child. Her dad ain't playing that shit. Listen, that's just I when I watched this video and I watched it uncut, I understood everything he was saying. I would have done the same shit. He tells him, what if I make you do this to me? And he must have been on Facebook Live. That's where the video comes from. But he said, what if I make you, oral pleasure me on Facebook? Then what? You know, and you see the guy, he's just like, whoa. That's probably the second that he realizes, oh man, I messed with the wrong person. I messed with the wrong girl. And I'm sure we all, not this specific experience, but I'm sure we've all had that one point in our life where we realized, shit, I got myself in just a little deeper than I thought I did. Whether it was us fighting with somebody, whether it was, I know I've had that experience plenty of times where I was like, damn, I got myself in just a little deeper than I thought it was going to be. That's exactly what happened to him, and rightfully so. So imagine what he's thinking though. The dude tells him, "Yo, what if I make you, SUCK me off, on Facebook?" Imagine what's going through his head. So let me take y'all back to the video.
Like touching little girls, right?
So look at him. He looks like a young, handsome guy. He doesn't, like I don't get that. Yeah, exactly, Allison. That's that oh shit moment. 100%. He looks like a young, handsome guy. He's dressed nice. Honda mommy, what's up? He's dressed nice. He got a nice hoodie on. His dreads look good. He has nice boots on, nice pants on. So I just don't understand it. He's probably one of those dudes that he gets his joys off of preying on younger children. So let me just bust you up real quick, Honda mommy. The father is the one behind the video. The video, thank you, Jacob. Yep. So the video is the father's recording the video. That guy with the dreads, the black guy that's on the floor, he was messaging that guy's daughter, which is she's a young girl. We don't know how old, but thank you, getting it. I myself, I enjoy these live streams that we've been doing for the last week. So think about that, man. Think about what that would feel to you messaging somebody who thinks they're messaging your young child, your baby, and it's a freak like this. So we go back and finish this off. Yeah, exactly. He looks young, but he doesn't look that young. He's definitely, over 18. He's in his 20s, I would say. Oh yeah, it's so, look at him. That's that look that he knows he's like, "Oh shit, I messed up." Yeah, that's a bad situation. Yeah.
Touch a grown man, you gonna slap my daughter if you see her with another, right? I'm not. I'm promise you. I'm not even like that. I'm promise you. I will never put my hands on a female. Boy, it's taking me everything in my motherfucking soul not to kill you right now, G.
So somebody asked, did he physically touch the daughter? Yes, because he sent messages telling her, describing how he physically touched her, right? And then he goes on to threaten the daughter, to tell the daughter, "Yo, if I see you with some other dudes, I'm gonna do this to you and that to you." So it sounds like him and the girl were probably like boyfriend and girlfriend at some point, which is nuts because he's definitely, he's not young. Yeah, him and the girl must have been boyfriend and girlfriend because he was telling the girl, "Yo, if I see you with any other dudes, I'm gonna do this to you and that to you." Um, so it's just nuts. It's just, I every time I watch it, I keep on, um, you know, hearing like little stuff that makes me reveal things a little bit more. Listen, so he might not know how old she was, but he knows she's coming off a school bus, right? So he knows she's in school. That's a no-no. You know, he knew where to wait for her. They're waiting at the bus stop for the school to get out. So, he definitely knows better. And the change jar was 570. It was 570. The winner, I forgot the winner's name. It's on or it's on the other day's live. Yeah, so he knew how old she was. Listen, and I don't care what people say. You could see a girl that she might be more developed, all that, but you can tell by speaking to somebody how old they are from their maturity level, right? I don't know if the dad contacted the police. I hope he did. I hope he did. The video gets a little crazier, so I'll put it on and we'll finish it up though. Uh, yeah, definitely check your kids' phones. Go through your kids' phones if you need to. We know when our kids are up to something. We know when they're not. So if you feel they're up to something, go through their phones, and you'll hear what he
So,
has.
if my daughter get off the bus and you see her, what you gonna do? I'm not gonna look her way. You gonna walk the other way, right? I'm not gonna be like that. I promise you. I'm not gonna be on 95.
So you see, he knows she's on the bus, right? You see how timid he is now when he's confronted by the father. The video don't show what the father looks like. So for all we know, he could be, 300-pound guy, big, strong, or he could just be a small little guy, but it's a dad ready to take some justice out on somebody for, crossing the line with their daughter. But you see how timid he is. And that's one thing that I know from my own experiences, and being in jail with these type of people. Listen, 99% of people that are sex offenders, they don't act like that with adults. They only act like that with children. Once they get confronted by an adult, they're very scared and like timid, and it's real weird. Um, but they're very, very, they're I don't know. So Honda Mommy poses a good question. She said, "Frank, what's your thought if it's a 60-year-old man with a 30-year-old female?" So at that age, she's 30 years old, he's 60. I think they're both adults. I wouldn't want one of my daughters to be with somebody that much of an age difference, but if they did, they're adults at that time. They're 30 years old and 60. They're both adults. I wouldn't like it, but they're both adults. They know better. Now, if we're talking 18 and 30, that's a world of a difference because we all know that an 18-year-old child, we think we're adults, but we're nowhere near have the mental capacity anywhere near an adult at 18. It's still weird as hell. And me coming from a man, so I never ever dealt with anybody younger than me until I was like 35 years old, damn near 33 years old. I was already an older man, and the person that I dealt younger than me, they were damn near 30 years old. But it was just for me, it was always weird that I always. So I have a sister that's 5 years younger than me. So for me, I was like, it just was weird. It was like too close to my sister's age. It just felt weird for me. Where, you know, and there was no way when I was 21, 20 to 30 that I would even think about dealing with somebody that was young. Yeah, hell yeah. The age gap is weird, but at that time, who knows? Um, it's still a little weird, but there's people like that we go across every day that are in relationships, and the age gap is different. But they're yeah, exactly. So that's what I was thinking, Natty. That's what I was thinking. It could be somebody, Carmen. How you doing? It could be somebody that maybe he went through a divorce. Maybe his thank you, young icy wizard. Maybe he lost his wife or she lost her husband, and they end up getting together. It's a little weird, but you know it's just the age. There's nothing like deviant or like sexually about it. I don't think that old. Um, so I listen. Um, I'm telling you, I would probably. So I would probably rather have. Let's say I'm thinking if my daughter was 30, would I want her dealing with a 21-year-old or a 41-year-old? What's up, Joe? I don't want her dealing with a 21-year-old because we know they're they're running around trying to stick dick and everything. I'd much rather deal with somebody that's a little more stable and a little bit more mature. But I don't know. That's a tough one, man. Because I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. Anyway, let's finish this video out, and it gets crazier.
Something happened to my daughter. I'm putting your face and your name on Facebook. Good. From the western to the lake. Out west. From the 95th to the low end in the suburbs. It's taking me everything within me not to kill you right now.
So you see that when his head was bopping back and forth, he was donking him in the head. He was poking him in the head. I'll show you. I'm gonna touch on that too, Cyrus. I'm gonna touch on that. Yep, that's what made me think about it. So you're gonna see his head go back and forth. That's somebody poking him in the head like that. Don't like motherfucker. Watch.
In the suburbs.
Watch his head.
It's taking me everything within me not to.
You see that? His head bouncing back and forth. Yeah, that's what I said, Michael. He's from Chicago because of the places he names. You see his head going back and forth.
So you took my daughter dignity grabbing on her ass, right? Right? So what if I took your dignity? Then what?
Look, he don't know what to say. All he was being asked is, what would you do if I did that to you? Right? It definitely could be a pistol, Don. So I wanted to touch on. Hold on one second. I wanted to touch on a comment before it went past. Natty E. She said, "As what age?" She's asking us for advice. All right. At what age does everyone think a girl or a boy should be dating? I have a preteen and a 13-year-old. So I'm going to tell you this from my experience. It all depends on the kid. Um, some 13-year-olds might be mature enough. Some might not. My daughters were 16 years old when they started dating. The twins. My younger daughter, she was younger when she started dating, but she lives with her mom, and that's the type of behavior that her mom allows. So it depends on your kid. Listen, we don't see, and Michael, I could say that all I want, right? I could say no, my daughter's not dating till they're 35. All that's going to lead to is them sneaking behind my back, right? Anybody that's a parent knows that. If we don't keep that relationship open with our kids, all they're going to do is sneak behind our back. That's all that's going to happen. Then we're going to lead, that's going to lead to everything else because they're going to be sneaking behind our back. They're going to be getting into cars that people we don't know who they are because who's out at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night? People that's older than them, right? So keep that door opened up to your kids. For some kids it might be 15. For some kids it might be 4. It all depends on how mature and what do you consider dating, right? What do you consider? Maybe they could come over, sit on the couch, and watch TV. You know, you never know. For me, I felt comfortable with my daughters having boyfriends, but I trust their judgment. If I didn't trust their judgment, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I feel that we've raised our daughters and they have grown to be young women that they know how to respect themselves. Um, you know, so it's just about your relationship with your child. One thing that I can say that I learned this the hard way. I have younger sisters. My younger sisters, even though they're my sisters and they're not my children, my younger sisters, I used to terrorize their boyfriends. I used to beat up their boyfriends. I used to pull a pistol on their boyfriends, all that type of shit. And that did nothing good for me. Nothing. All they did was hide shit from me. And then my sister got pregnant at an early age, so don't have your kids scared to talk to you. Um, yeah, it goes fast, man. Kids go fast. 16. I never thought, listen, it's to the point where my daughters, their boyfriends, I allow them to come to dinner with us. We go out to eat, and they ask me, yo, can my boyfriend come? I allow them to come. Um, I don't want my daughters scared to bring their boyfriends around me. If anything, I want them comfortable to bring them around me. And I want the boyfriends to feel comfortable around me. I don't want them I don't want them to be scared of me. I want them to respect me. And listen, I don't know what your question is, sweets. You're gonna have to ask it again. I didn't see your question. Um, so I don't want them to be scared of me. And the one thing that I said to my daughter's boyfriend the first day I met him, I said, yo, just respect my daughter the way you want somebody to respect your mother. And as long as you do that, we'll be cool. You know, um, just respect her like you want somebody to respect your mom. See, Honda mommy, and that's the way I was before. And then I learned that, they'd be scared to bring people around me. They'd be scared to tell me the truth. That's and that's not what I wanted out of my relationship with my children. Um, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just know that's not what I wanted out of my relationship with my children. Um, so I try to be understanding. And one thing I tell my kids is you're not going to understand or agree with anything, with everything that I say or that I do or the decisions I make. And I said, that's fine. But hopefully when you get older, you'll understand a little bit. And that's the way I was when I was young. I had a stepfather when I was young. I thought he was an asshole. And once I got older and became a man, I was like, damn, he was just trying to raise me to be a man. Um, oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Trevor. I'm sorry to hear that. That's Chuck Raw. That's where I went wrong. My kid wouldn't bring her boyfriend around me. See, that's why we got to be open, protective, all that stuff. But be open with them. Um, yep. And the thing is that guys, we know what to tell girls, right? We guys, there's no guy in this chat that hasn't at one time told the girl exactly what she wanted to hear to get exactly what you want, whether that be a kiss, whether that be just to talk to you, whether that be a hug, whether that be a physical relationship or a relationship, right? We're all guilty of that, guys and women at times too, you know. Um, so we just, we have to, once we get over, we have to remember to treat people the way we want to treat people to treat our children, whether it's boys or girls. Sweets, your channel came to me after from fentanyl. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Sweets. I'm definitely sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry. I'll pray for you and your family. Um, and welcome to the channel. Yeah, so listen, I try to I give my kid listen, I just tell them you gotta understand that, and my kids know this also. I came up differently. I I didn't come up the way everybody else come up. Um, my experiences in life have made me. I know I don't think like other people. I know I don't act like other. I know that my experiences in my life have molded me into the person I am right now, and for the good and for the bad. I know I don't think like everybody. I know at times I could be unrational. All that stuff. So definitely sweets. We um we hope you know everything can be as good as possible in this time, in this situation. 100% adults should date adults. Adults should not be talking to kids in any shape, form, or fashion. It just shouldn't be happening. Not at all. You know. Um, so let's finish this video and remember, it's gonna get crazy.
You'll be less of a man, right? Where your phone at? Yes, sir. Come here. Take all your clothes off.
So you heard what he told him. You heard what he told him. And this is why I said he's going to administer some penitentiary justice, right? So if you catch it at the beginning of the video, he told the dude, he said, "Yo, what if I make you what if I make you orally pleasure me?" Right? For one man to say that to another man, that's a certain type of thinking. And he's not saying that like to get pleasure out of it. He's saying that to demean him. You know what I mean? To make him feel that he's less than him. That's why he's saying that. Yeah, just now he told him, "Yo, take your clothes off." Right? At the beginning, he said, "Oh, you like to do this to my daughter? How about if I make you do this on Facebook?" And said, "What if I make you, give me head?" Um, you know, so think about that. That takes, listen, when I heard that, I could relate to that. I would have probably said some shit like that too. 100%. I would have probably, and they would have, people would have heard that and been like, "Yo, Frank, you tripping." I would have said that not, just to show him there's a pecking order here and you're at the very bottom and I'm at the very top. And whatever way you thought that you were thinking and you think you're a tough guy, you're dealing with a whole different type of person here. Imagine a grown man tell you that, right? He tell you, "Get on your knees." Now this, and then at the end he tells him, "Yo, take your clothes off." And dude does. He doesn't get naked or anything. He just, you see him take his hoodie off, his pants. And this is why I said, he has good boots on. His outfit is like damn near $500 outfit. So the guy got money. He's a handsome young man. So there's no reason for him to be preying on no little kids. So you see the video cuts off right here. Um, you know, it cuts off right there. But I guarantee you, to have that experience, to be on the receiving end of that, having a grown man come up to you, because we all think, us as men, we all think we're alpha males, right? We all think we're the strongest, the smartest, the most aggressive, until we get around an alpha male. And we get in a room with an alpha male, and we very quickly notice who's at the top of the pecking order. Haley, so the outcome, the video ends right there. He takes off his shirt, takes off his pants, and then the video ends. I didn't want to, show them. Yeah, he took his clothes off. He knew, but listen, we don't know what that man had behind the camera. He could have easily had a gun, because dude wasn't putting up any type of fight. He wasn't arguing, anything. So he could have easily had a gun. Could have had the camera in one hand and a gun in the other. But like I said, we all think, and I know this as a man, I know that you put 100 men in the same room, and very quickly you're going to be able to weed out who are the top dogs in the room and who's not. Very quickly. And it doesn't have to be no physical, nothing like that, nothing aggressive. It's just the way that it happens. The alpha males are gonna, move to the front, and those that aren't are gonna move to the back. It's just it's something amongst men that we know. When, yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a gun too. I would have too. I would have too. It's something about us men that know. Um, yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I agree with you. I don't know if I wouldn't have done all that talking. I definitely wouldn't have been on no Facebook, no live, none of that. Because for me, that would have just been evidence to use against me in court. So y'all know what I would have been thinking. Somebody come for one of my children. But listen, men get around men, and very, very quickly they know who's the top dog amongst them. Very quickly. It's very evident. There's guys that are at the top of the pecking order, and then there's guys that are in the middle, and then there's guys at the very bottom, and then there's always a couple guys that, sway, that they might be, that they have the potential to be an animal, but they might not want to be an animal, because all of us, like I said the other day, all of us have the potential to be a killer given the right circumstances. I agree. I think it is, Lee. I think it is. I think it is. Males, I just think it's a lot more because of testosterone and guys like having to be macho and be tough guys and stuff like that. Where, oh, thank you, crazy old bat. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to Philly tomorrow, so that'll help to get me there. Thank you very much. And the thing about men is, men that have experienced violence and all that type of stuff, we don't want to experience it no more. I've experienced violence. I've seen people get their lives taken in front of me. I've been involved in all types of violence, all the way from A to Z. And I don't want to experience that no more. I don't want to have that experience. That's why I'm so, like, I'm extra patient, and I try to be extra understanding with other men, because I don't want to experience that. I'll be the first one. If a man comes up to me, I'll try to be like, yo, I'm sorry, and then if I see there's no result, no like way around it, then, I'm going to have to do what I have to do. But I'll be the last one to raise my hand. If they're like, yo, who thinks they're tough? I'll be like, no, I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. I don't want to argue. None of that stuff I want to be involved in. What's up, Vic? No, I definitely understand you, sweets. So those of us that go through an experience, right, like you just have with losing a family member, when that's sort of like just what I was explaining with going through violence. We we don't want anybody else to experience that, right? When I started doing this channel and started talking about addiction and helping people in addiction, um, I think that we just, we don't want other people to experience the bad stuff that we experienced in life. That's the way it should be. Um, Thank you, Young Icy World. Thank you. I appreciate it. And man, listen, I think everybody has their pecking order. I think everybody has that, right? Young kids, all that stuff. Kelly, how you doing? Will do, Picon. I'll read it. Yeah, exactly what Audie said. I agree with her 100%. I think men just get quit physical faster. Women don't get as physical as fast, but I think they tend to do it other ways. You know what I mean? Exactly. Eduardo just said that he knows somebody that got killed. A uh 16-year-old with a 30 something, and ended up getting killed 100%. For me, I don't think there's nothing that a 30-year-old and a 16-year-old should be spending time about, right? What do they have in common? They shouldn't have shit in common. 30-year-old is way more mentally developed than a 16-year-old. The only thing a 30-year-old is going to be trying to do with a 16-year-old is trying to exploit them somehow or some way. Um, so I don't think they should, be mixing and matching in any way whatsoever. I don't. But I'm very so when it comes to that shit, I'm very cut and dry. You know, I think I don't even think like a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old should be dealing with each other. But everybody's gonna have their own opinions on that. I know people that got together in high school where it'd be like 16 and 14, and then they, one turns 20 and one turns 18. Um, so, think about that. Um, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, right? And just think about our jobs as those of us that are parents in this chat. Um, it's hard. It's hard. Our job as parents is not getting any easier. Chuck Raw, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's just sad. We just got to be careful. Vic, is going to happen. That's one thing that we know is going to happen. Your daughter's going to date one day, the same way all of my daughters are going to date one day. It's going to happen. It's unavoidable. We have to prepare not only ourselves, but prepare them. Barn, what's up? How you doing, brother? We have to prepare our children. If they're boys, we have to show them how to treat women. And if they're ladies, they're young ladies, we have to show them what a woman is, how a woman is to be treated, right? The way we treat our children's mother says a lot to the children, right? So stay alert. I advise we know our children, like I said earlier. If you think your children's up to something, go through their phones, go through their book bags, go through all that shit. Uh, your children, nothing should be off limits to you, um, you know, to you monitoring your children and making sure they're safe. Because I bet you one thing that every single mother, or let me put it this way, one thing that every single parent that has had something bad happen to their child, I bet you they all have one thing in common, and it's that they wish they would not have ignored the signs, because there's signs to everything. We know when our children are if they're starting to smoke, if they're starting to do drugs, if they're starting to drink, the same. We know that stuff because we see signs, right? Our children start to act a little differently. So don't ignore those signs. Yep, check their devices. Yep. Patricia, thank you for hanging out with us, even though it's 2:17 a.m. in Ireland. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, Vic, you got to be careful. I got twins too. I got twins too. And as much as I was opposed to having them date, I know I can't, I can if I want to tell them, no, fuck no, you're not getting no boyfriends. This is what it is, blah, 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 blah. All that's going to lead to them is hiding stuff behind my back. That's all, you know. And then I think about they're 16 going on 17. I was already in prison at 16. Their mother was pregnant. So think about that. Steven, yeah, I'll be in Connecticut. I think next month is the Barber Expo. I think it's in May. I don't know the exact date, but I'll be in Connecticut. Yes. I think actually I'm going to be in Philly tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I still got to, I'll talk to Rachel when I get off here and figure out, but I think so. Um, I agree with that also, Daniel, with other kids. Listen, so this is why every kid that I interact with, um, I try to interact with them as if they're my children because we never know who we're dealing with. We never know. I could be dealing with a child who might end up putting a gun in one of my kids' face or might offer them drugs. You see what I'm saying? Um, so the kids are less likely to do that if they know, no, I know not his dad. I know his dad ain't about that. And it's not that they're scared of me, it's just that they know what I stand for. Listen, so thankfully it's not about my daughters, the twins, but my other daughter that lives with her mother. You know how many messages when she would do something wrong that I would get from her friends or other kids her age that knew me and knew, oh, your dad ain't with that shit. I don't know about the other person, but I know your dad, and I know your dad is not with that. I know he doesn't stand for that. And they'd message me and let me know. And I didn't know these kids, but I thanked them. I'd be like, thank you. Yeah, that's good, Bridget. That's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And we do it for protection. We don't do it to be nosy, just to get our rocks off. We do it out of love, right? So anything that we do out of love and care and concern is okay. Exactly, crazy old bat. I'm with you 100%. 100% I'm with you. Oh my God. 100% I'm with you. Crazy old bat. That's the same thing we do. You know, I want, I know what goes on here in my house, right? Oh, Karen, I live in a good neighborhood. I live in a good neighborhood. There's no crime here whatsoever. I could leave my doors open for a week if I wanted to. I live in a good neighborhood. Exactly, Audie. Exactly. We know what kids, like we know what parents are gonna let shit slide and which ones aren't. And we're not gonna try to cross that boundary. We know that. We all know that. We knew which friend's house we could go to and drink and take girls or take guys. We knew that, you know. All right, Michael, have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, Saudi Arabia. See, and that's good knowing that of you, Light Angel. We have to know there are certain things that I can't conversate with my daughters about, right? Um, there's certain things that I got to tell Rachel, that, yo, you got to handle this one. And then she'll come to me and tell me, yo, you got to handle this one. We got to know when it's time. It's a partner for a reason, right? That's our tag team partner. We got to know um, when it's our time to show up and when it's our time to step back and tell our wife or our husband, yo, go ahead, you handle this. We're doing good, Zachary. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So think about that. We got to know what roles we play and we got to know where our strengths at and where our weaknesses.
I know my wife might be better. She might be more patient. She might be more understanding, stuff like that. We got to look at it like we're playing a basketball team, right? We don't give. All my kids know, Chris. They visited me in jail. My kids visited me in jail. Yep, my kids have. I spent 17 years there, so there's no hiding that. Um, we got to think of it like a basketball team, right? We're not going to give the center the ball to shoot a 3-pointer or tell him, yo, bring the ball down. No, his job is to get down there in the paint and get those rebounds. We got somebody that dribbles the ball. We got somebody that passes. We got somebody that shoots. That's the way our relationships got to be. We got to have people for the jobs, right? Yeah, I was 15 when I went to jail. I was young, you know. So I don't know. But I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I just wanted to absolutely take those peer support. Listen, there's no classes that we could take on parenting that are going to do any bad, right? It's just not. It's just not. I'm about to get out of here, though. I got to get to bed. I'm almost 99% positive I'll be in Philly tomorrow. I'll be in Kensington. Looks like the weather's going to be nice, so I'll be able to do some haircuts. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Haley. I hope everybody has a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. And remember to be kind, loving, and patient. Please share the channel. Please like it if you haven't already. No problem, Chris Jones. You could just go back and play it if you wish. No problem, Bridget. So I'm guilty of that too. I let my emotions take control too when it comes to my kids because I love them. I'm emotional. Murph, have a good night. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. Have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be in Kensington. I'll be able to go live with y'all. And I just thank you guys for spending part of your night with me. Remember to be kind, loving, and patient. Have a great night, y'all.